The 7'4" Matt Van Komen, the 7-footer Johan Grunlo in the center circle. Cavs win the tip, we're underway. Here is Sam Lewis, the transfer from Toledo. Lewis was the leading scorer amongst the starters the other night against Hampton at 13. Here's Dallin Hall weaving into the lane for 2.
And that point production.
Down low, Fritz. Oh, there's that big shot blocker, Johan Grunlo, with block number 15 on the year. De Ridder, pullback J. Yes, sir. This is Noah Ochuti coming over from Canada, from Western University in London, Ontario. And down low, another transfer, Van Komen from Elon.
Good defense by Marshall on that end of the floor.
Oh, there's a big target down low. Van Komen, huge radius to snare it. Offensive rebound here. Malik Thomas getting physical down low. Cavaliers using that depth. Sha'Carri White is in for the Hoos now, wearing the number 6. Thomas, no hesitation. Hit over 100 threes last season. Ugana Onyenso in the game, doing the work down low to score over Harding. Ochuti on the step back over De Ridder. Misses badly. Mallory cleans up the mess. Chance streaking ahead in transition. Open shooter, Thomas.
Good kick right there by Chance. Mallory had his eyes right open. Malik ready to take it.
Oh, quickly in transition for Marshall. Fritz nearly cherry picking. Speaking of height, Matt Van Komen is back in the game. At the first 4 points for the Thundering Herd. Thomas is feeling it.
Shot doesn't go, you got Onyenso.
Cavaliers clearly trying to get the ball into number 1's hands. Thomas, bench shot. Three ball goes up from Wilson Dubinsky.
Recruited wisely, he's got several players that can put the ball in the bucket, essentially, and that's what you want to do.
Mallory uncorks from way downtown. De Ridder snatches the board and scores.
Got to get something going on the offensive end.
They just penetrated the three-point arc. Van Komen right there waiting for it. Ochuti playing the point guard spot, first time in his career. Steal, De Ridder goes up and scores.
He wants the foul, but he didn't need it. He made the shot. And they're still in the zone, trying to move around there and just kind of clog it up a little bit, but...
High-low, it works. De Ridder to Grunlo.
You see the high-low play there again. European players, they're used to looking for each other.
Under 10 to play now in the first half. Cavaliers lead, sizable at 17. Grunlo pointing to the rim. Instead, it goes for De Ridder. He's so calm in that spot.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of points that are going to come from just that place in the lane because it's wide open.
Now Grunlo, 1v1 here. Waiting, spinning, adjusting. Oh, he's a dancer down low. Grunlo now defending. Van Komen showing off his moves. Grunlo on a post ISO here against Van Komen. And Grunlo swiftly moves his way through the lane. Spear feeds. Fricks. No dice.
That's the one he wanted, but it's a little hard when you've been cold and haven't had a whole lot of touches.
Grunlo running the floor, beating Van Komen, and gets the deuce. Constantly rotate players on and off the floor. Spear gets a look. Thomas on the trampoline, squeezing down the board.
And he's got a chance to score.
Oh, Thomas, no hesitation. It's all threads.
Yeah, and that's something that you really have to contend with. They have that because they've got the size. And again, they've got these big players that can stretch you out and get out on the perimeter, but then take you physically down there on the block.
Steal off the press. Lewis a kick. Hall is wide open.
Defensive end. See that quick hands right here. Pass back in, and they're getting the shots. Virginia all over it in this first half. And already the defense for Virginia has got them down to 16 seconds in the shot clock.
Ochuti hanging and delivering a bucket.
Real stagnant here for a couple of seconds, and those are precious seconds.
Ochuti gets White to pretty much jump over him, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, the blob, the ever famous blob. Yeah, because, I mean, there's a lot of screens that come out of that, and this Marshall team can get a three out of that. They need quick touches.
Slay, three, yes, Bryce Slay. Ugonna did say in his presser the other day, I am one of the best shot blockers in the country. I didn't mean to be cocky, he said, but that's the reality.
It's good to be self-aware.
Onyenso waits, Onyenso with two. Marshall, not bad offensively, 46% from the floor, but the 12 turnovers have really cost the Thundering Herd. Step back three, Joseph, nylon. And 13 on the season coming in. 5 seconds to play first half. White, pump fake, pull back. Trey, yes! Oh, White is on target. Of 32 from the field in the first half.
And Virginia, for their part, able to get a lot of points in the paint.
Yep. This is a basket interference call. Matt Van Komen holding on to the rim.
They just need to go slow and steady here.
And Hall is the guy to do that. They nickname him Steady Eddie. Well, the luxury of this big lead for Ryan Odom, he can leave a guy like Thomas in the game with 3 fouls and maybe see how he reacts to that.
To your point, want to see things like Malik Thomas, hold on to it and not foul out of the game when he's got as many fouls.
Grunlow adjusting and sees the 7-4 Van Komen.
The press.
And it's a good litmus test for the Thundering Herd. Over the last 3-4 years, the Sun Belt Conference has been a pretty physical league.
And again, I don't want to harp too much on this point, but the 3-point shots for Marshall, they really haven't had any looks from out there. They've been having to settle for the 2-pointers.
Sam Lewis, quite okay with an open 3. Yeah, when the Thundering Herd came into this building, I think they knew that the talent disparity would point towards UVA. So how do you make that up? By making a bunch of threes.
Yeah, when you start talking about field goal efficiency, you have to kind of match that in some way. You're going to have to chip into that lead.
De Ridder cleaning up his own mess.
Yeah, he just hasn't been able to get his shots to fall. He's gotten not a whole lot of them in this game, but they just haven't been able to go down either. And he's showing his capabilities.
Over the shoulder shot, Van Komen sprinkles it down. Coach Corny Jackson really likes this guy. He's playing as a point guard for the first time, and he's showing him a lot of clips of Dan Hurley coaching his point guards over the year at UConn.
Hard coaching for the guards. I like their 3-point shooting. They do have the ability to do that. They do have some versatility with the from the post, from the front court.
And if you translate his last name De Ridder into English, it means the Knights.
Tank. Yeah, and for very good reason.
I also thought of Sacha Baron Cohen as Borat. Just a couple different comparisons for you.
A little maintenance there.
Oh, big time maintenance. Something I would never have to worry about. I can't grow that much facial hair. Chudy running the point for this team. Van Komen tries to carve out some space. The reverse jam for the 7-4 center.
Wow. Just looking to find his way. The ball goes inside. Looking to find an angle around Grunlow there. He's like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just go this way. You're waiting for something like that to happen at any moment. It's 7-4. You're waiting for one of those.
De Ridder tries to get a field goal. He's got it. Acquired really good shooters via the portal and via freshman recruiting. Chudy, another contested J goes down.
Offense for the Cavs. Get the nice swing skip pass.
De Ridder. Multiple whistles here.
Frustrated with the miss. The Cavaliers want goaltending. They may be looking at those to see what his team is producing. Are they going to continue to do the things right that are part of the personality of the team?
Open 3 for Hall. He cashes in and makes this a 93-69 game.
Really fleet of foot, as you would say. Whatever, he can get to his shots, and he knocks them down pretty decisively.
Hall has been pure from beyond the arc. Now 3 for 4 from 3.
The Army was on their feet.
They were ready. 2.5 to play. Joseph lines up the feet and nails it.
He's getting to his spots. Taking some difficult shots at times.
Offensive rebound here for Grunlow and the reset for De Ridder. 4-5 pass. Grunlow held up, didn't matter, scored the deuce.
I mean, you see him up here making the dish down to Grunlow, who's able to finish through the contact. You love the high-low play, and it just opens up a whole other dimension.
He needed guys who would be selfless.
Yeah, your steadies.
But they want De Ridder to be assertive. Both guys from Charlottesville, St. Anne's Belfield products, alongside Chance Mallory. So all three of those guys getting a look here. Mallory gets turned aside here.
You know, nothing really additional, but seeing them, this is my first time seeing them on the floor, you know, and they just are a very smart team as far as the way they move, where they position themselves.
As Virginia fans here inside of John Paul Jones Arena on their feet, as the Cavaliers shatter the herd. 104-78. Virginia scores over 100 for the first time in about 7 years.